Hi, Pam. My name is Daphne, one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you so much for sending in your essay for correction. Let me see if I can try and help you with your feedback. Uh, I totally understand your problem, okay? There are many people who are trying to get a band 7 and it is really, really hard. It takes a lot of time and I understand you have a family, so it's even more hard to study. Let me see if I can help you. I'd also like you to consider the online course which we do, which I think you might find really helpful. It is quite well structured and we will get you writing. We're going to give you a template to help you work your essays into the template, and you have a total of 10 corrections. It is possible to do this by the end of March. You would need to do some work, but it might help you. So let's look at this. International marketing is sometimes seen as invasive. Okay. With the propensity of globalization nowadays, it cannot be denied how this has largely affected the marketing world. Okay, good. Some people, like who? Tell me what kind of people believe that international marketing poses a threat to one's nation. However, I agree with those who claim that this change is important and can serve as a significant form of education for natives. Okay, I need to understand that you know what you mean by marketing. So this essay is about advertising, thinking of huge companies like Nike or McDonald's or Starbucks or Apple Computers, and you need to show me immediately in this intro that you understand that. Most students don't. I have to say this is a difficult question. Most students talk about trade, but we don't want trade. We really need advertising. So you imagine how Apple Computers are advertising the computer, but they're also advertising an American way of life, which some countries may not appreciate. Okay? So say immediately, advertising poses a threat to one's nation. Why? So you need to give me a bit more why. Because the values are different, the cultures are different, the beliefs are different. I agree with those who complain that claim this change is important. Okay, on could serve, I'd use could, not can. Could, might, don't use can. Use these instead. A significant form of education for natives. I don't like the word natives, it's a bit colonial for the local population. And I'm going to ask you another question. How? So for these band 7s, you need to be answering all these questions. So you need to develop it. You need to really, really develop it. Provide rationale. Okay, that's fine. Nice start. Among the many arguments put forth by those who support the form of view, don't say the form of view. It's really confusing. It means I have to look back and find what it was. So support the who agree that advertising campaigns can be extremely exciting and beneficial. Perhaps the commonest, most implausible one is related to the claim that these types of communication may affect a nation's strong adherence to its own culture and belief, yes, and local producers. So, for example, my local coffee shop, I want that, I don't want Starbucks. Proponents of this claim maintain the influx of foreign businesses into a nation can. Okay, proponents maintain the influx of foreign businesses into a nation. Now, it's not really the businesses, it's the advertising behind the businesses that we're interested in. Can markedly changes people's perception and way of life. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. In a recent study by marketing students, not the marketing students from the University of the Philippines, showed that more than 60% of Filipino nationals surveyed, support the use of contraceptive methods in order to justify the existence of premarital sex in the community. Okay, yes, but no. It's very interesting, but is that connected to advertising? So I would argue that no, that is not connected to advertising. So, and also I'd be very careful talking about sex or religion or politics in an essay. Unless you're particularly asked to, I would avoid it. It's dangerous territory. Okay, but you could say that because there's so many Starbucks and the advertising for Starbucks is so strong, it is giving me an American culture like cake, lots of coffee, and I want to go to my local coffee shop and I want to have my local coffee and I don't want any cake. Yeah, so use that as a safer example. On the other hand, the acceptance of foreign ideas can bring with it greater ideas for further improvement of a nation. What sort of thing? Okay. Furthermore, this contribute to the betterment. I don't really say betterment. Is it improvement of citizens' education, maybe? And because their knowledge will be enhanced, making them more globally competitive. So yes, but this is very vague. Do you see what I mean? What you're writing is fine, but it doesn't, because you're not giving me any, you're not developing it. It feels a bit like you're skimming across the top of the essay. You're not really getting into the really deep meaning of the essay, which is very, very hard for IELTS. You need to write very precise, very concise paragraphs, which is a challenge, obviously. But I feel this is possibly something that you're finding a bit hard. Make it more globally competitive. Yes, it could, absolutely. For example, medical tourism in the Philippines has greatly improved because of the increase in the number of Filipino doctors trained internationally, as well as the influx of foreign medical students who want to be trained. I love that, but somehow connect it to advertising. So people okay, there's been an advertising about medical tourism maybe, and then this is the result of that advertising. You might need to kind of move the idea quite a lot to get it back to fix to get the title. But this is very important. So answering the question is to do with the task achievement, asking it fully. These comments about developing it, which I'm making, are connected to task achievement and coherence to make sure the essay flows really well. In conclusion, I believe, although international marketing could be seen as an intrusion into some nations, generally it is beneficial because, and then tell me, just sum up your arguments there, it should be regarded as a good opportunity for the nation's growth as a whole. I agree with that. Absolutely. Okay, so Pam, you've done a good essay here. There is a lot of good stuff here. You've got nice vocabulary. You're writing grammatically very well. You've got some nice grammar structures in there. I think the problem possibly is more to do with the organization of the essay, the coherence and task achievement. This is something we look at on the course. So I'm very happy today to give you a voucher for accessing the course if you would like to do that. It includes 8 corrections and 2 bonus corrections. And we present the course in little video modules. So you watch some videos, do an essay, get feedback, improve, and the same thing again. So the feedback is really useful. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful for you.